Greetings. Greetings.
We have returned. I'm Laura.
Hi, Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak farm.
The tired farm.
The tired farm. We took last week off because we were way too crazy trying to get ready to go to Nashville. And holy crap, are we tired today.
It just so happened that all the things we do every now and then, just so happened to think last week was a great time to do it.
Yeah. You know. And we're tired because apparently I-65 between Elizabethtown and Bowling Green, Kentucky is
Evil.
Crash City. Actually, the second one wasn't Crash.
No, the way back wasn't Crash. It was just construction after construction. It's like Kentucky's like, no, we want to torment you longer. You were not allowed to leave our state.
So Thursday?
I apologize to anybody who lives in Kentucky, but by God, going there we had an hour delay.
I-65 was
an hour
awful.
Both ways.
Awful. Both ways.
4 days apart.
Just saying. I'm just saying. And one of them was a Sunday. Yesterday's trip back was a Sunday. I'm just saying. So, before we went on vacation last weekend, we went up to, there's a little lake here in Elyria called Kanaya Lake. It's a private lake community. We decided to become members. It's nothing fancy, but we can go camping, and we can go swimming, and we can go fishing, and we can have little parties out there. So that was our little fun thing.
It's a place we can go swimming with maybe 5 to 10 people there.
There's probably maybe more like 20 to 30, if that, but it's not super crowded. So, and then the busyness of last week, I had a meeting at church. My boss was off last week before I went on vacation, so I had to work a little bit late on Tuesday. And Wednesday we were trying to get ready. There just was no time to film and edit Flosstube.
Yeah, like Monday, I had to go on site to a place we hadn't to do equipment we hadn't done before. And one of my coworkers thought it'd be a great idea to put all but the main part, the smallest part, but the readout part of a temperature meter. The probe was there, the power cord was there. They didn't put the little meter in there. In the bike case, they closed the case and put it back where it belongs without the meter. I found out when I got to the customer's location. That was embarrassing. And then they were mad because their stuff was out, which is actually, I'm sorry, that's my job to tell you your stuff's good or bad. I'm not allowed to care if it's good or bad. I just have to be accurate about whether or not it's good or bad. For real. So just, yeah.
Bleh. So it was a busy week leading into retreat. And then Thursday we drove down to Nashville. We left here at 7 o'clock in the morning, dropped the dog off at our puppy hotel, and hit the road for what should have been a 7.5 to 8 hour drive. That turned into a 9 hour drive. We hit traffic
just south of Louisville.
It was just south of Elizabethtown, Kentucky on I-65. There was a semi-fire.
Yeah, like the cab was half there.
Yeah, the cab was gone. I did see, like, there was no, like, I'm fairly certain, I'm not entirely sure, I could probably go online, the internet, and look it up, but I'm fairly certain the guy was okay, because I saw a guy standing near one of the fire trucks, just kind of looking like he was having the worst day ever. I'm assuming that was the driver, because he did not look like he was having a good day at all. So we were supposed to hit Nashville at like 3-something local time. We ended up hitting Nashville at like 4-something local time, and there was traffic in Nashville.
In case you're wondering with the math, we're Eastern, they're Central.
They are Central time, so we lost an hour. We gained an hour going there.
And then lost it on the way back.
And lost it on the way back. And Nashville is apparently Traffic City, in addition to being Music City. So, but we got it checked into the Airbnb, and it was lovely. And then our friends from Texas, Anna and Brian, showed up, and poor Brian was sick on Thursday driving in. So Anna was driving. She has never driven their excursion with their camper.
I would go through every little detail of the trip.
No. So that was kind of made Thursday night very interesting because she got it in the driveway and there really wasn't a whole lot of wiggle room. So it kind of sat there for a little while Brian kind of got settled so that he could.
Yeah,
As soon as he got in it, they scooted it, him and Anna scooted it a little bit so that as soon as Brian got in, got it out of the driveway, turned it around, backed it in the driveway. He made it look easy, folks. But that actually kind of put the kibosh on going to the meet and greet on Thursday night. We actually didn't spend a whole lot of time at the retreat. That put the kibosh on Thursday night. Friday, so the other group of people that were coming in from Baltimore didn't get in until almost midnight Thursday night. I was the only person that stayed awake.
I tried.
I was falling asleep on the couch.
I fell asleep on the couch.
So, by the time they got in, everybody got settled. By the time everybody woke up Friday morning, it was like we were all molasses. So we actually didn't. We walked into the retreat just before lunch was served. Make an entrance. Sorry, not sorry. We did hang out at the retreat on Friday afternoon. We shopped. We went back to the house for dinner because dinner was on our own. So, and by the time we all got settled and had dinner and talked, and it was late, so we're like, nope, we're done. Saturday, we were gonna go downtown for just a little bit and do the tourist thing. We ended up spending all afternoon downtown. Anna ended up
because it was hot.
Yeah, Anna ended up sick. So it was hot, so we made a couple stops to cool off and just sit for a little bit. So we actually didn't make it back to the retreat until dinner.
Whoops.
Oops. I did feel bad because there were several people who really wanted to spend some time with us. And I did talk to them while we were there. I do wish I would have had a little bit more time with a handful of people, but honestly, there was so many people in that room that I didn't know that I was like, I'm not feeling this right now.
There's a reason we're doing a small retreat.
It was like 130 people, I think. Maybe it was like
I think
140.
maybe we need 30 of them.
Her target number was 170, and she never reached that. Trust me, we heard all about it. I think there was like 130 people. We knew.
You said about 30.
If that. We didn't know a whole lot of people there. I felt very uncomfortable. I really did. So, in addition to getting a guilt trip, I didn't get to see you this time, when you sat at somebody else's table for dinner and sat at somebody else's table for the after dinner activity, and there were plenty of open seats at our table.
Hey, less salt over we do this.
Not directed at anyone that was sitting with their group of peoples that I talked to and spent time with and made a point of visiting with. So then we came home yesterday.
At like 9:30.
We checked out of the Airbnb at like 11 a.m. local time, Central Standard Time.
Noon our time.
Noon our time. Again, okay, traffic between Bowling Green and Elizabethtown on I-65. I don't even know what they were doing. At one point, the GPS wanted to reroute us because the road was considered closed.
They had a rolling road closure going?
I don't know what for. At one point, the GPS wanted to reroute us because the road was considered closed. Then it said, "Well, no, the road's not closed anymore. So if you stay on I-65, you'll be faster." We should have probably taken the reroute.
Actually, the worst one was actually not that one, but the one after.
No, that one was pretty bad. Then once we got up into Louisville, there was another traffic delay because they were working on the northbound side of 65, and it went from 6 lanes to 3 lanes. I hate traffic. We did not get home until 9:15 our time, so it was like an extra hour and a half. I had enough time to unpack the coolers and change my clothes, and I flopped into bed. And I was done. I was done.
Are you done?
So that's our retreat recap. Honestly, we didn't, like I said, there are a lot of reasons we didn't spend a lot of time at the retreat. I mean, the biggest one was, hello, we're in flippin' Nashville. I'm not going to do the tourist thing. Please.
Unfortunately, we couldn't stay at the hotel because, as y'all know, 2 weeks ago my brother got married. So we had to find a way to stretch the budget. So that was going to the Airbnb, which also cut down on the visiting time because it was between 15 and 30 minutes depending on traffic one way.
I don't think it took us more than 20 minutes.
On the way back, it be.
Well, on the way back, Friday night it did, but we came back to the Airbnb around 6-ish, so yeah.
Still my statement is valid.
Anyways.
Oh, man.
No, it was, I mean, it wasn't too bad of a difference to get there. It was just...
Is this a record? 12 minutes and we haven't even gotten the comments yet?
I don't know.
Oh, this could be a video. Hey, if y'all aren't comfortable, y'all need to use the bathroom or something, take a break now. This is going to be a long video.
Yeah.
Go get some popcorn.
You might want to hit the pause button, go get yourself a snack, get yourself a drink, go to the potty. I will do my usual breaks, but this is probably going to be a long video. But overall...
Oh, hello, people.
Hi, people. Welcome back to all of our returning subscribers. Welcome to all of our new subscribers. I hope you enjoy what you see here. This is kind of an awkward video because normally people do videos after retreat and they gush about the retreat, and I just felt uncomfortable.
Let's just say it wasn't the retreat we went to last year.
It wasn't.
Fortunately, we knew that going in, but we had already spent money.
I'm not going to dwell on it. I feel...
Oh, if you're wondering, I'm keeping an eye out for food.
Terrible.
Okay, moving on comments.
I expected. So, moving on to comments from 2 weeks ago's video. Extensive discussion about feathers for my feather challenge for the Daily 30 group. Talia suggested Beauty and the Beast would work because in the movie, a bird lands on Beast. I thought that was pretty creative. And she is covered in cat hair on Flosstube. And she reminded me of what her first name is. It was what, like I said that week, it was one of those things. I knew her first name. I know her first name. At that moment, it was like... Heather. Hi, Heather!
We had
to miss guild meeting on Wednesday because everything was so busy. I had to miss Wednesday afternoon stitching because everything was so busy. I'm sorry, Heather, we missed guild meeting. I miss you. And I don't know if I'm going to see you for fun night this month. She suggested maybe the wise man has the feather in his hat, which is also a good thought. In case you missed it, I went back Wait. I don't know. No, that'll be in this week's whips, I think. If it's not in this week's whips, I'll talk about it when we get that far. We missed pizza night after the West Virginia trip. Pizza night was the 30th of July. We were supposed to get pizza night. Again, we were so tired. We didn't get pizza night. Oh, she told us her favorite vacation was Chicago's many years ago. Okay, so that's Heather's comment. Andrea was supposed to join us with the retreat, but one child broke his leg. One child is having severe gastrointestinal problems. Husband has had eye problems for several months. Life happened and she just could not make it. She will be with us in April though, so I'm okay with that. I miss you, Andrea. And she enjoyed my Tiny Monitor Santa sale. She also enjoyed our dancing at the wedding, because that clip made it into last week's video, or 2 weeks ago video. Jill, we were in her neck of the woods. She's very familiar with the East River Tunnel. That was the tunnel that we had to go in under the mountain to get between Bluefield and Rocky Gap.
That like the break.
Yes. Yes, and she recognized some of the pictures that I put up in the Rocky Gap area. I totally was geeking out when we were in Rocky Gap 2 weeks ago, because there was like the antique log houses, and I am an aficionado. Glenna, I miss you. I hope I get to talk to you tonight on virtual stitchers. I feel like I haven't talked to you in like forever.
I'm getting emotional warning light for this video.
Seriously. She went to Gatlinburg with her daughter and her daughter's family, and they stayed in one of the big log cabins. She was recovering from knee replacement surgery at that time, so she just sat by the fire and played cards with the kids, which I think is awesome.
Well, Laura almost needed knee surgery last time we were in Gatlinburg.
We went to Gatlinburg in 2012. And let me tell you, when the next time my brother asked me if I want to go on a hike, I'm going to say no.
Actually, he did do that, and you did say that.
He did. One of the trips down to Cincinnati. Actually, I think it occasionally pops up every once in a while. Hey, want to go on a hike? No. He said, let's go on a hike, and we went up to Abram Falls in Gatlinburg. A, I didn't feel like the falls were that impressive. B,
damn neighbors getting in and out of the cars making me think of
it was supposed to be a short hike. It was 3 miles one way.
That was more than that.
Down the side of the mountain. Up the side, no, that was that. Up the side of the mountain, down the side of the mountain, up the side of the mountain, down the side of the mountain.
It was hot as heck.
It was hot.
I drank.
The park ranger at the head of the trail said, "Oh, it's just up a hill and down a hill." And that lied to me.
Dude, if that's your idea of a hill, I do not want to go with you and you go to a mountain.
I mean, really, if it would have been once up and down the side of the mountain, I would have been like,
I think if the path was a little bit more...
It was like a goat path. It was awful. I was not prepared. I twisted my ankle. We were miserable.
Sorry, I'm tired.
Yes. Lynn was super excited to see us. I was super excited to see
I got attacked.
So did I. Lynn was one of the people that I felt really bad I didn't get to spend more time with. But our table ended up being by her table. So we chit-chatted back and forth with the table. There was some running jokes about cords and extension cords. So I was really happy I did get to visit with her for a bit and got to see her. Still. And she and I talked about the Chattahoochee River. down in Alabama and Georgia. And Monica suggested the bed in Santa House because feathers in pillows and beds also was a good suggestion. And she told us we were way too we looked way too tired to be making a video, and I wanted to know how we could be obsessed with the paranormal and not like the story Amy came up with for the tunnel. I don't remember Amy's tunnel for the story. Somebody's gonna have to refresh my memory. I have a feeling that story was when we were sitting at a Wednesday stitching, and that was the day it was really full at Wednesday stitching, and there was just a ton going on. So, okay, that's comments for the week. That's the brief recap on the retreat. And this has been 20 minutes. We'll be back with whips. Okay, we're back.
Hi.
Several interruptions later, we decided we were just gonna...
So I guess you want me to get back online?
redo whips. Because it was gonna be really choppy. I was like, no.
First the dog was hungry, then our food got here, and we were hungry.
And in the middle of all of this, I realized I had left the fan on full blast in the background.
Sorry about the intro.
I apologize for the beginning segment and the noise, because I know you can hear it.
Okay.
So, whips.
Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Do you see what I put up with, people?
You love me.
I do.
Ink circles, dragons of Sumatra. La, da, 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 da. Hey, food made me more energetic.
I see this.
I'm sorry. You see, I got the yeah.
And what are we stitching this on?
Picture this plus
Thunderstorm.
16 or 18?
16 count.
It's 115?
It's DMC Art 115 Floss.
Variegated, it goes from red to maroon. So kind of like her shirt to my shirt.
My shirt's like purpley pink. Okay, anyways. Maybe a lot. Do you see this list, people? This is my list of whips. I went through the planner and I was like, okay, here we go. Because that just makes life easier. So let's start. Let us begin.
They're circling.
I see this. So, when last we spoke, I was working on my July stitches for Daily 30. Worked on something with a summer drink ingredient. Blackbird design, Lady Liberty. As you can see, she's got strawberries around her flag. At least that's what I'm calling them.
And in honor of Nashville, Strawberry 117. I won't do any more. I don't want YouTube going meow 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 meow.
Okay. Anyways.
You love it.
So she's in her full glory since I don't have her rolled up. I worked down in the flag section for my stitches. For all of my stitches for the July. We also did the psychedelic salt mines in Russia last week in Daily 30. So I had to do 100 stitches in red or yellow. Obviously I chose the red option. And then I had to do 100 stitches on something with stripes. Obviously. And then for August, the monthlies for Daily 30 are all stitching related. So one of them was the needle. And we had to talk about our worst needle mishap. I will spare you the details, but that is what I did for those. So there's like probably
I won't. Let's just say she got herself so good pliers were required.
This is stitched on 32 count even weave by hand dyed by the Slovak Farm in heirloom colorway. Then we busted out a little bakery action. And I still don't have the cover sheet down here. But I keep stitching on this bakery.
Probably because she wants cookies.
Yes. Did I do... Oh, no, I remember what I did this for. I was like, I wrote it down wrong. No, I didn't. So we had to stitch on something with a feather for the slumber party. You'll remember that's lively discussion. The bird has feathers. So
Bird. Bird is the word.
And then my truth or dare option, we could stitch on whatever we wanted. 100 stitches, and we had to tell whether or not we had ever told a secret that we regret telling. My answer is no. Because I don't tell people secrets if I think they're going to tell
Well, my answer to that one?
What?
Yes and no. What I want to have happened. It just had a bigger response than I thought it would.
Well, there you go.
Well, somebody's asked me to keep a secret. You know me. Do I keep mean secrets?
No.
This person knew it. Kind of exploded there.
Well, there you go. Main Street is baked. Oh my goodness.
Our brains are baked. Get the center of the shot. There we go. We want our heads near that little center thingy.
And we haven't done anything to bake our brains except go on.
No. We have refried brains. It got fried yesterday, and now they're just still simmering in the sun.
Okay, so Main Street Series is stitched on a 14 count Ada in a hand dyed by the Slovak Farm solo. Next, we worked on Tiny Modernist Santa House. Sorry about the glare. It's in the spot.
I thought we called that one heirloom.
The bakery is on.
Oh, I was talking about the. Wow, I skipped the pattern.
And I already said what Lady Liberty is on. So, here we are. I had to stitch on something that had goodies you would find at a slumber party. So we have baked goods on our table here. I don't know how well you can see them. And then Mrs. Claus is going to be in the kitchen over here baking cookies and all kinds of things. And then this week we are celebrating Betty Boop's birthday. So each prompt has 2 options, an A and a B. You can stitch one or both prompts. The first prompt is stitch on something with ears and or legs. Well, elves have ears and legs. So do reindeer and lots of other things on this project. So I'm going to do 200 stitches on this. Just knock 200 out since...
Can I give you a slightly better description?
It applies to both. I'll get credit. I'll get the extra credit.
Elves are known for long, slender legs and big pointed ears.
But elves are short in Santa's workshop.
Still doesn't change the fact of little twigs, legs.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you get token theory.
Santa's house is stitched on, you can't see the opalescence, but it is a 14 count opalescence. Yeah, it's 14 count. I'm pretty sure it's 14 count. Opalescence by Silk Weavers in the colorway Mountain Rose. Currently stitching on it. Alright. Then we go down to... You know it, you love it. Don't we all? Lindy Stitches, Ride Forth Singing. Oh, there we go, little glare. That's the one. So I stitched on Ride Forth Singing for 2 slumber party prompts. One is to stitch on something that you can relate to a Julia Roberts movie. Something to talk about. Female lead. Owns a horse farm, or owns a horse boarding facility. And then your favorite candle color or scent. For some reason, some people were like, what does horse smell like? I don't think I want it as candle. Here we have Ride for Singing. Yes, I should. Okay. There we go. So I have the top quarter done.
By the way, somebody says scent flower bouquet.
So you can see this is where the border meets on the top and then the bottom. So, and then I also stitched on this for the August prompt for pattern because we're supposed to tell who our favorite designer was. And if if our stitching was on a project of theirs, we got extra credit. That's why I did Lady of the Flag, Lady Liberty for the needle because she's holding a needle. You get extra credit. Ride for Singing is by my favorite designer, Miss Lindy Stitches. Miss Stephanie Webb over at Lindy Stitches.
Is it funny that my favorite designer I only have one piece for? Because their pieces are huge?
Nope. I might need those in a minute. I found mine. Just for a minute. In a minute. Also, if you're following along on Instagram, there is this thing, the common thread stitcher, that Kibi and her husband, Tech Guy in the Hive, started for August. You're supposed to, there's a daily prompt. I have missed the prompts while we were in Nashville. I'll catch up tonight, so you'll have seen them. But my favorite designer was Lindy Stitches. Okay.
Yeah, if you saw the giddy she had when she got that pattern in, y'all would seriously think it's a 6-year-old just got a pony.
Yes. Okay. On to. So our first prompt for the psychedelic salt mines was to descend the 650 feet down into the earth the salt mines are. So I put 650 stitches on Beauty and the Beast. So most of those were in the words. Got the words all done. And then, did I even have them in the screen? I hope so. And then, oh, I didn't tell you what fabric Ride for Singing was on. And then the Beast profile, I started it. It is a little hard to see on camera. You can actually see it in real life. Beauty and the Beast is on a 14 count opalescence, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm solo. I had a lot of solos when I was first starting out. Ride for Singing is on a Silk Weavers 16 count. I don't remember if it's 16 or 14 count, but it is Mountain Rose. Colorway. I'm almost done. Take a breath. Untangle the stitching.
The things they do to give you a laugh during editing.
Or give everybody a laugh while they're watching me try to untangle my stitching. So,
Had to.
what's salt on the periodic table?
Sodium.
What's its letter?
Sodium is Na.
Na? So we had to stitch on something that had N. I feel like we're really far away from the camera today. Something
We are
that had
now because you got pushed forward.
an N or an A on it. Well, there was all kinds of N's and A's on Plants Happiness. We didn't have to stitch on the N or the A, but we had to stitch the N or the A had to be stitched on the pattern. You got bonus points if it contained both. Well, plenty of N's and A's on this. It says one who plants a garden plants happiness. So I put 100 stitches in on this. I got, what did I get done? I got this flower outlined. I got that flower stitched and outlined, and then I got that flower stitched. And it is in all Fiberlicious. It's not all Fiberlicious. I lied. It's in a primarily Fiberlicious colorway conversion. I'm being crazy with it. And loving every minute of it, and everybody else loves it, so it works. And then our free stitches. Need this. Our free stitches were. We had to Google psychedelic salt mines in Russia. What?
You're going to start swearing as soon as you hit stop and realize where you put the haul, and then where you put your whips.
Yes, I realize whips are sitting on top of Hall right now. So we had to Google psychedelic salt mines, and they're really, I understand where they get their name because they're red and yellow striped and they're just kind of swirly and it looks all crazy and whew. And then we could stitch 100 stitches on whatever. So I chose my wise man.
Or unicorn.
It's not my unicorn.
No, unicorn is something, a mythical beast you can never quite catch.
Unicorn?
You have been chasing that thing. Oh, I'm talking about Gone in 60 Seconds.
A unicorn pattern is something that you want that you will never get. Lady of the Flag.
I was doing something different.
Okay, so I stitched on. I'm on this guy. So I figured I could pull him out for 100 stitches. That wouldn't drive me too crazy. I was right. It didn't drive me too crazy. He's almost done, actually. He really is. I got his back stitching done. I'm almost done with his robes. So I have to finish his robes, really. Then he's standing on something and I have to back stitch around here where I can't back stitch. Obviously, because I got
Weary?
What?
What would you do if you needed 100 stitches and you wound up with 99 on that one? And then you were done? Would that just fit that pattern for you?
That would just fit that pattern and I would put an extra stitch in on the ground. I would. Really.
I just backstitch my name at the bottom.
Okay. And then during yesterday's oh so wonderfully epic drive home, because it was
unfortunately, well, actually no. Coming up, I might actually be able to get some stitching done. Yeah, traffic stopped. Yes, I was not happy. Yes, I actually was content. Posted it on Facebook just for the fun of it.
let me find, here it is.
I'm trying to entertain them while you're looking.
Okay. I busted out Christmas stitch and I actually made it apply to a challenge. Because part of August monthly stitch 500 stitches on, so thread is one of the components of the stitching. So 500 stitches on something for thread. If you had something that had multiple threads in it, you get extra points. So Noelle, this one right here, by Pickle Barrel Designs. Yes, it's Pickle Barrel Designs. Is my ornament I'm currently in process of. And I got 500 stitches on it. So the light blue is a Victorian motto. The white is DMC. The dark blue letters is a metallic, Rainbow Gallery metallic. I had a heck of a time with this N, so I'm not doing the letters until I'm all done with the letters, which I just have this banner here done left to do. And then this dark blue banner is a Dinky Dyes silk.
I want to meet the person who came up with Dinky Dyes and shake their hand.
Jo, she's Australian. She was living here, she started Dinky Dyes. Then she started Sew for Use as a way to sell her missed dyes or overstocks on Dinky Dyes, but decided to go back to Australia, sold Dinky Dyes, kept Silk for You, and now sells silk as Silks for You. There you go. So, it is on a piece of Fabric Flare fabric. Right on the back, printed on the front. It's got snowflakes on it. And that was my 500 stitches for thread.
And she got it just before the sun said no more stitching.
And I got it done just before the sun said, no more stitch for you.
Wow. When did the sun become Russian?
Everything's got a weird name. That's the, if you get the reference, tell him.
I get the reference.
And that's whips for 2 weeks.
Hit the button.
Haul, y'all.
Yep.
I have non-retreat haul.
Okay, you go first.
So I'll start with the non-retreat haul. A couple of weeks ago, I finally broke down and had Shelly order me Chrono Points by Long Dog Sampler and Gentle Arts. You have seen it, you love it. Somehow this has turned into a Sal. I don't know. Somehow this has turned into a Sal. There's a lot of people who want to stitch it, so there's a hashtag linked below. Hashtag below. If you're stitching it, if you're gonna stitch it, hashtag it up. Shelly forgot to ask me if I wanted the thread pack that came with it, so I got the thread pack that came with it. Holy crap, all's expensive. And then Garon tote and bags, you know them, you love them. Ronnie's birthday was before we went to Nashville, and he made special bags, little accessory bags, and sold 130 something of them. And all of the money from the sale of the bags, with the exception of the shipping cost, all of the money from the sale of the bags went to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. They decided to do it this way because Facebook fundraiser, you do a Facebook fundraiser and Facebook donates that money in Facebook's name and takes a tax write-off for it. And that's what Gary said on their video before Ronnie's birthday. I'm taking it from Gary's mouth verbatim. I believe it. So they decided they wanted to do it this way because they wanted all of their money, all of their donations to go to St. Jude's. So I had to support that, right? Had to support that. So now, retreat haul. We both got bags. These little bags. With a little pattern in it.
What did you get?
Teacup pincushion. I got teacup pincushion. What'd you get? Christmas design. So
Favorite memories of Christmas.
that was the sum total of what was of our goodie bag and what was in our goodie bags. That was it.
Oh, I got this weird thing that I don't think I can show because all it is a pattern.
She did pass out grab bags. I don't even know where mine went. That had, oh, here it is.
Yeah, but mine's only the pattern.
So is mine. It had a piece of linen and a pattern, which I can't show you because it's just the pattern. So at the very least you got a piece of linen and the pattern. I think mine might have come with threads. It looks like.
Yeah, so did mine.
That was kind of it for, and you had to be like, you had to be in the room to get the goodie bag because a couple people at our table weren't sitting in the room in the 2 minutes she passed out the grab bags. They didn't get them.
Delilah! Bury it up and that's
Okay. Off of the dollar table.
Let me see.
Because there was no freebie table. It was a dollar donation.
Or $5 donation.
It was $1 for patterns, $5 for
Kits.
big kits. I think it was like $1, maybe 50 cents for the little freebie kits.
Okay, I got by Leisure Arts Liberty Angel. Thought it looked cool.
I thought it looked cool. They had. Oh, these are yours too.
Oh yeah.
They had seed beads and metallic threads. So Joe got some metallic threads. Show them your metallic threads. I got some seed beads and some pink thread. And then I got this little kit that had been World of Cross Stitch freebie. You stitch the dress. One where you stitch the polar bear. This cute little lighthouse guy. And then I got a bigger kit. It's beads and stitch. So you stitch the hot air balloon. It comes with fabric, thread, and beads. What size fabric is that? I don't know. It is it's a 5x7 finished. I think it looks like it's a 14 count though. So then I bought from HLC Fabrics. I think we actually got a coupon too in our gift bag for hers. Because that was in my bag. Was it in there for yours? It's like 20% off. Thing.
No.
Oh. Well, she had some Mirabilia patterns and she sold fabric. Hashtag obviously I don't need fabric. But I did get Nora Corbett's from the Stitching Fairies, the Needle Fairy. And I got Stargazer because when you want a Mirabilia, you buy a Mirabilia because they go OPP.
Which is why they go OPP.
Because you want them.
And she knows it'll increase the buyer's anxiety, knowing that they might not be able to get them, so she gets more sales.
Exactly. What's in this bag? Oh, and I know what's in that bag. And I got a big old butterfly needle minder. We bought our friend Anna, a pirate named needle minder. I can't speak. You didn't get anything from her, did you?
Somebody bought something for me from her.
What'd somebody buy from her?
Smiling pile of poo.
A poop emoji. Poop emoji. My niece. So she was there. We had, I can't forget the name of the lady that does project bags and project rolls and corner gauges, and she does all kinds of stitching accessories. She also does hair ties.
Am I weird?
Yes, you're weird. One of my friends bought me a bunch of hair ties. One of my other friends bought me the one that's in my hair. And then there was Susan Green, who was a designer. She had some, oh my god, crazy things. Things that, well, I shouldn't say that. There are things that I wouldn't stitch. I mean, long band samplers. And Erica Michaels was there. I didn't buy anything from either one from them. And then the boys from Silk Weavers, Needleworkers Delight were there.
I don't know where this came from.
Vic bought you that?
Don't know where she got it from, though.
I don't know where she... Silk weavers, never mind. And I know needleworkers. She got it from needleworkers.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to show the people?
You see, it's post stitches.
It's Sue
Sue
Hillis.
Hillis Designs. And I'm trying to find a name.
What?
That's fun. I'm trying to find a name. I can't find a name.
It's called Beer.
Um,
Beer, helping men to dance since 18 something.
so it's a lot longer than that.
1862, something like that. Victoria got Joe that from.
She's also the one that got me the poop emoji.
Yes. And then what did you buy from Needleworkers?
Let's see. The Witchy Stitcher. And I don't see the name on that thing.
I don't know that there's a name. Just show it.
You keep telling me to tell what the name is, then you yell me when I don't.
I'm pretty sure the pattern's called Killing It. It's a kit, so it comes with fabric, floss, needle, and pattern.
I just thought it was epic, so I grabbed it.
The wonderful Victoria got me the iridescent mermaid stork scissors. Audra actually wanted to get them for me because I thought they were fabulous.
Okay, this is probably the best thing I've ever seen. I tried this.
Grim Reaper, killing it.
No. Beginner's guide. Basically everything you need to start stitching except scissors and a good movie.
The pattern he got is called Grim Reaper, killing it. So.
And it is on white ziggurat?
Zweigert.
Ada.
It's on Zweigert because it's from Needleworkers. So I ended up coming home with a pair of scissors. I really didn't intend to, but I did.
Did you buy those or were those given to you?
Those were given to me by Audra. Paperwork from Needleworkers, and then from Needleworkers I got Heartstring Sampleries, Festive Little Fobs Barnyard Edition. I got the Sing for Joy in the Songbird series, Project Garden Sampling Songbird series. I don't want all of them, but I do want a few of them. And then, because, I bought a Mirabilia, I had to buy Joan Elliott. I got Fairy of the Clouds by Joan Elliott. When am I ever going to stitch it? Who knows? Someday.
I'm going to start framing the fucking patterns.
That would be a good idea. Solid idea. And then, because I only stitch on my fabric or silk weavers, aka needleworkers, I bought some fabric. This is a 32 count Lugana in, they call it charcoal splash. It, I'm pretty sure, is big enough for Stargazer. Yes, please. I didn't do that intentionally. I bought this because I liked it, and then I sat down and I went, Stargazer on this. Yes, please.
Didn't I also say that?
Yes. And then I got a 28 count Lugana. It's an opalescence in the colorway Fantasy. Look at that sparkle. Look at it. It's so pretty. So, I only stitch on silk weavers. I pretty much buy silk weavers and my own. Okay, what else were we gifted?
Oh, scissor fobs.
We were gifted scissor fobs by the beautiful Anna. She made them for us.
And she also went and found a hoop so I could put it on these guys. I have a tweezer thing. She likes scissors. I like tweezers.
Oh, Victoria also gave me this kit. Thankful, grateful, blessed, because that's literally how we feel. We got to spend all weekend with our buddies, and we got to stay all in the same house with our buddies, so it didn't matter that we didn't make it too much of the retreat.
I think that's part of the reason why we didn't make it too much.
That's probably why. And then the saran wrap ball game happened.
I purposely was nice with the dice this time.
Yeah. I'm not going to go through everything in this thing.
Here.
We got.
You want me to do it my way? Ready? Magda thingy bob. A pattern on another stitch because I like Christmas. A pattern on a night stitch because I like Christmas. A metric ton of random floss things.
Dog, you're okay.
They gave out another scissor thingy.
Yeah, they passed out scissor fobs after another scissor fob after the saran wrap ball game because there was a bunch.
A magnetic clip thing I'll never use. Hey, do you want orange and white button things?
I'll stick those in the finishing crap.
Oh, good.
Okay, I got a butt ton. I got a little pillow ornament pin cushion that says Mrs. Frog. No, it says Mrs. Rippet. Fabric band, buttons, needle threaders, bobbins, some really strange magic towel thing, Jolly Rancher lip gloss. You actually pulled this out. It's another scissor fob.
I also pulled out the lip balm.
I got a measuring tape. I think like all of us at the table got measuring tapes. They had a metric butt ton of $1 bills rolled up inside of it. I got an empty plastic scissor shipping case. Explain that to me.
Okay, we need to wrap up before the dog has a heart attack.
There's a piece of linen, a snowflake fabric, a needle minder, and a metric butt ton of floss. A lot of it cheap. The end. So, most of our haul was stuff we bought or stuff people bought for us.
And also 3 pairs of boots.
And we bought 3 pairs of boots. I literally have expensive boots. Okay. That is haul. Moving on to plans. Plans. What are your plans?
To play video games for a couple of days, because I haven't played video games. I might get around to doing some Dragons and Smash.
That's his plans. We are doing Betty Boop's birthday bash in Daily 30. So, this is my prompts. I don't have a lot of projects picked out. So there's 2 options for each prompt this week. If what I have fits both options, I'm just going to put 200 stitches on it. If what I choose for one of the 2, if what I figure out for one or 2 of the prompts first only applies to one of the 2 options, I'm going to stitch on that. I will come back to the second part of the option if I have time later. Because I also want to be able to have time for my monthlies. I think I have 2 more monthlies to finish. Yeah. I have to do my scissors and my fabric for my monthlies, so I want to be able to balance everything and not overwhelm myself. I don't have all of my projects picked out for all of my prompts, so you'll know when I know. And I have not applied any of my acrostics to anything that I'm working on.
Oh, I have a message for Lynn.
Yeah.
If you get stuck with the prompts, shoot me pictures. I will help.
Great. We love helping. Please. Excuse me. Sorry. So that's the stitching plans for the week. I am going to Wednesday afternoon stitching this week. I missed it last week.
Okay.
I plan on staying home. Obviously with the exceptions of work and church and all of those, but no more road trips for a while. I'm tired.
Like 2019, wow.
Yeah, we're probably done for 2019 unless we need to go down to my brother's for something. Announcements. We have no announcements. Well, I've been working on some retreat stuff, but I think most of it is
We'll worry about that next week.
stuff that you won't get to find out until the retreat because it's goodie bag stuff. Head over to the Facebook Hand Dyed by the Slovak Farm Facebook group. I have to stress group because there's a Slovak Farm Facebook page for my bath and body products. Hand Dyed by the Slovak Farm is the group for fabrics and bags. I'm going to post some bags because I have some bags to post. I think that's it. I'm sure we forgot something. But my brain ain't functioning today.
Bye.
We will see you guys later. Bye! Oh, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Bye!